Lesson 40. Let's begin with our first word, aggravate. A useful phrase to remember is aggravate the injury. To aggravate means to make something worse. Running on a sprained ankle can aggravate the injury, making it take longer to heal. Arguing can aggravate a situation by making people more upset. The phrase aggravate the injury is used when talking about worsening a health problem by not taking care of it properly. Now let's look at compute. A helpful phrase for this word is compute the interest. To compute means to calculate or figure out a number. A cashier computes the total price of items at checkout. A banker computes the interest on a loan to see how much extra money needs to be paid. The phrase compute the interest is used when talking about doing math to find out how much interest is added to a bank account or loan. Next, we have efficient. A good phrase to remember is most efficient method. If something is efficient, it works in the best possible way with no wasted time or effort. A car that uses less fuel is efficient. A worker who finishes tasks quickly and correctly is efficient. The phrase most efficient method is used when talking about the best and fastest way to complete a task. Let's move on to ghastly. An example phrase is ghastly appearance. If something is ghastly, it looks shocking, horrifying, or ghost-like. A person who is very pale and sick might have a ghastly appearance. A haunted house might be full of ghastly decorations, like fake skeletons and ghosts. The phrase ghastly appearance is used when describing something that looks terrifying, sickly, or unnatural. Now let's talk about indirect. A useful phrase is an indirect route. If something is indirect, it is not straight or clear. Taking an indirect route means taking a longer or less direct way to get somewhere. If someone hints at something instead of saying it directly, they are using indirect communication. The phrase an indirect route is used when talking about a path that is not the shortest way to a destination. Next, we have maintain. A great phrase for this word is maintain the building. To maintain means to keep something in good condition. A janitor maintains a school by keeping it clean. A government maintains laws by making sure they are followed. The phrase maintain the building is used when talking about taking care of a building so it stays in good shape. Let's move on to notable. An important phrase to remember is notable scientist. If someone is notable, they are important or well known for doing something great. Albert Einstein is a notable scientist because of his discoveries in physics. A notable event in history is one that people remember for a long time. The phrase notable scientist is used when talking about scientists who have made important discoveries or contributions. Now, let's discuss porcelain. A phrase to associate with this word is porcelain dishes. Porcelain is a type of smooth, white ceramic material that is often used for dishes, decorations, and sinks. Many expensive tea sets are made of porcelain. Porcelain dolls have delicate features and are often collected as antiques. The phrase porcelain dishes is used when talking about fragile plates and bowls made from this material. Next, we have the satellite. A useful phrase is satellite countries. A satellite is a smaller object that orbits a larger one. The moon is Earth's natural satellite because it revolves around our planet. In politics, satellite countries are nations that are influenced or controlled by a more powerful country. The phrase satellite countries is often used when talking about small nations that follow the policies of a stronger nation. Finally, let's talk about turmoil. A helpful phrase is political turmoil. Turmoil means chaos, confusion, or disorder. A war can cause turmoil in a country. If a company suddenly fires many workers, it can create turmoil in the workplace. The phrase political turmoil is used when talking about a government facing protests, disagreements, or instability. That's the end of Lesson 40. Keep practicing these words and phrases to build your vocabulary and confidence.